How our recipes go from being just an idea to on the TV show is really complicated. It's a big process, multi-step. Here's what happens. The first thing is you got to come up with the idea of a recipe.
When a cook is assigned a recipe, the first step is to do a whole bunch of research. We do it online. We go to our awesome library that has, I don't even know how many books we have in our library.
Oh my gosh, so many.
A lot.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah.
So we look through cookbooks, we call up experts in the field.
It's research, research, research.
And then we choose 5 recipes and we put them side by side, and then we cook all 5 of them. The 5 recipe test is to determine the direction of a recipe.
When selecting 5 recipes, I really try to select recipes that are different enough from one another. And by different, I mean different variables. So maybe there's a different ingredient, different cooking technique.
And then the team comes in and tastes them. And it's a really great opportunity, and it's a great moment to kind of see what's out there and see what's great and what really didn't work. It helps you to kind of shape your ultimate goal.
Then the test cook takes all of that feedback and they're going to create the franken-recipe. Maybe we like the salting from this and we like the sauce from that. They'll put together what's called the working recipe. And here's where the magic happens. We take the scientific method and we apply it to every stage of that recipe as we cook it.
The working recipe is, in the world of science, it would be considered our constant, because from our working recipe, we do side-by-side tests, and through those side-by-side tests, it's one variable is extracted from that constant.
That's what recipe development is, trial and error. I like the texture of that. How did they achieve that texture? What can I do to get that texture or that flavor? And throwing everything that you can possibly think at that problem and trying to solve that problem. That's what we do.
But it's kind of cool. That's like what makes us all thrive, is that we just love problem solving and trying to understand what's going on and how to fix it.
The whole process is very democratic and everyone has a voice and everyone gives their opinion. Everyone's opinion is really wanted and really has a lot of value.
So the test cook feels great about this recipe and it's time to send it to our army of home cooks. But they have to tell us that they would make it again. And the vast majority of our readers have to say, I would make this recipe again for it to survive. If not, it's going back in the kitchen.
Our survey participants are our readers, and they're home cooks that are fans of the magazine, and they sign up to help us out. So they take the recipes when we're close to we think we're done with them, and give us all their feedback.
Not just telling us it tasted great, but telling us their challenges, their pitfalls, what worked, what didn't work.
If we're using larger burners in the kitchen, maybe that doesn't line up with what the home cook is doing. It's a massively useful tool for us to kind of understand and get our recipe into a bunch of different hands before it appears on TV.
After all this, then we publish that recipe into the magazine. But that's only half the story.
At Cooks Illustrated, we're food nerds. That's why every recipe we develop involves research, cooking science, and rigorous testing by our team of expert test cooks. Only the highest rated recipes earn a place in our award-winning magazine. Every issue features our latest recipes and discoveries, cooking tips, and equipment and ingredient reviews. Our step-by-step photos and hand-drawn illustrations show you exactly how to succeed. So, are you ready to become the best cook you know? Subscribe to Cooks Illustrated magazine at cooksillustrated.com today.
Lon's here, and she's going to show us how to make a great version of barbacoa that we can make in our own kitchen.
Bridget, I'm so excited to show you this recipe.
We include a story with every recipe in order to share with the reader the process, all of the work that we've done to learn about the cultural history of the food, all the techniques that we've explored, all the science that's going on in that particular dish. And so it's through that story that we can tell the reader all that we've learned.
In order for a recipe to go onto our TV shows, it's got to be good. The food's got to be appealing, it's got to be entertaining, but best of all is when that recipe teaches somebody at home something maybe they didn't know about cooking, a step that's going to make them a better cook. Those are the recipes that rise to the list on what we think make great TV.
I think learning about the whys about cooking is like what makes us unique and what makes a TV show unique. It's fun watching people cook, but learning like why you're doing something, I think that makes it even more important.
This is kind of soft serve at this point, is gonna go right into the freezer You want to work relatively quickly because the faster you harden it, the smaller the ice crystals.
That's why we're here. We're here to teach people at home to become better cooks, more self-confident cooks. That's the only reason we show up here, so that everybody at home becomes a better cook. So yeah, 40 steps later, you got yourself a winning recipe. Simple as that.
If you're ready to take your cooking to the next level, head over to americastestkitchen.com and get a free trial of our ATK Essential membership. While you're there, you can sign up for our free email newsletters and download our app. So, what are you waiting for?